right, welcome back to Greenbox Gaming. Plays Delta Green Impossible Landscapes. I did not mess it up this time. I've only said it about 40 times. Hey, did you guys know, before we do the intro here, did you guys know, like, we're almost a year old?
Mm-hmm.
Impressive.
We've almost done this for a solid year. I think it's like,
Wow.
it's like November 6th or something. Is our birthday.
That's crazy.
I really thought you were going to open with, did you guys know that milk makes your throat phlegmy?
Which is a new discovery of mine. That you're hearing is my good friend Dace playing Benji Potts.
Yo.
What do you got? What do you got in your cup there this morning?
Big stout cup of joe made a double pot because your boy gonna need it.
Okay. And then we've also got Jean playing Benedict.
Hello. Hi.
And of course, a man who I know both begins and ends each day with a big old, tall, hot piping glass of milk. Brad, playing Hank.
Don't spread those rumors about me.
I don't know, is saying someone a milk drinker, is that insulting?
You might as well slap me in my
it's
face.
just weird enough to be, like, it's just weird enough to be believable. Like, oh, he goes to sleep with a hot glass, not even warm, like a hot glass of milk.
What am I?
I think it's
A
super
toddler?
It's
Also
super-
wear
But also
diapers?
wakes up with
Like-
one. But whoa.
and it's always sunny. There's those two characters in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and they just their thing is to like drink milk and to spill it all
Oh,
over each
yeah,
other.
the
It's
weird
incestual.
of
Yeah. So yeah,
siblings.
milk is weird.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
all agree. Milk
Past a
is
certain
weird.
age, milk shouldn't be talked about, seen, or even consumed, definitely.
Or felt.
This is hot takes. Hot takes as hot as the milk he drinks. I mean, Jean and I were actually talking before you guys got on. Which because if you had to describe the mouthfeel of our podcast, how'd you describe that?
Star Crunch, easy. Next question.
Jeez, Star Crunch, the cereal? Like,
No, it's like a little patty, like a chocolate patty with rice. It's like a chocolate rice ball.
yeah, those like really cheap little
How dare you insult my
That cheap,
upbringing.
Wow.
that really cheap
Jeez.
peasant food that I've never eaten.
I know what you're
before.
talking about.
Cheap peasant podcast.
Our cheap peasant
I've never heard
podcast.
of that food,
Not in my fiefdom.
honestly. Or that snack.
It's probably like a knockoff of the actual name brand that Mom bought.
Is that what
No,
you're going to
yeah,
be handing
'cause
out to the kids at Halloween? Star Crunch.
Here's your Star Crunch.
I'm not handing shit out to the kids for Halloween because I ate it all. My roommate like got a big bowl of candy and she's had it here the whole week, and I've just been like, I'll wake up and see all the candy wrappers next to my bed and just be disgusted with myself.
like you just went into like a weird blackout sugar coma like, as you were consuming it.
And this is not me. I'm not a sweets person. This isn't me.
I just imagine someone coming to your, like, little kids, they're all dressed up and they come to your door and they open their bags and you like come to the door and there's like chocolate all around your mouth. You like stumble to the door and you just reach inside their bags and just pull out 2 handfuls
And go back
and
and
close
slam
the
the
door.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm giving the kids for Halloween: an apology.
'Cause they deserve it. We were doing an icebreaker in one of our classes the other day, and one of the professors asked, what's your favorite and least favorite Halloween candy? And I said my favorite candy was circus peanuts, and oh boy, was that
Oh my
controversial.
god. Yeah, are you surprised?
No.
Yeah.
Look, I get it. Everyone hates them. I don't even know if Jean knows what they are. Jean, next time you come to the States, I'm gonna make sure you find out. I want you to get your take. Because it's
All right.
Yeah,
a weird
just
candy.
show John the best the states have to offer. Arby's and
Circus
circus
peanuts.
peanuts.
You should. I want to hear you attempt to describe circus peanuts for people who might not be familiar with them.
They.
Wait, is that the choice for mouthfeel?
Oh, that's my choice.
Is that your
Circus
choice?
peanut.
Yeah. Circus peanuts.
I think we're that controversial, aside from my voice acting.
And the general misogyny / violence towards women.
Part of it was
Maybe a little.
accidental misogyny. Is it misogyny? It's.
I know, but that could be controversial.
I guess. I mean, some of the enemies have been female. That's just the way it goes. No, it's
All the
yeah.
enemies.
So it's I don't know, like a circus.
As far
peanut
as we
is-
know, they might have a mask underneath the mask.
Yeah, you don't
Be
know.
like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm a fish person.
Is the Yellow King a woman? Is that the big mystery?
It's not much of a mystery.
Brad cracked it. Fish person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet on fish person.
Bet on fish people. When it comes to Lovecraftian horror, always bet on fish people. Like it's just the wise man's bet.
Safe bet.
Jean,
We saw tails.
John, what's your
Yeah.
mouth feel for
Nutella?
What?
Nutella, like creamy, oily, hazelnutty
No,
smoothness.
mouth feel, Jean, not flavor, mouth feel.
What?
I
Sorry.
asked you a question.
But I'm gonna full shenanigans. I think hazelnutty is a mouthfeel, and that might be a hot take.
All in favor of Jean being wrong on that one, say aye. Aye.
You're
Oh,
outvoted.
fuck you guys. Oh, fuck
Let
you
it be
guys.
noted. John
Jerry has
wins.
spoken.
Jesus. Okay.
What's Joe's sentence?
What's my penance?
This is the best
Just because you
birthday
start
ever.
a vote doesn't mean you automatically win, Joe.
It was bold. It was bold. Or Brad, what's your mouth feel for us? What do you think?
Pop rocks mixed with chocolate pudding.
Ooh,
In your
I like
mouth.
that one.
As opposed to in your.
I had no questions until that last
I like
part.
that you and I, Dace, were on the same wavelength there. Like, well, wait a second.
You know, 100% somebody has put pop rocks up their butt.
I have.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but then
no
you describe
doubt.
the mouthfeel of that? That must be incredible
wrong-
to give you a
It's the
mouthfeel.
wrong end.
You have to
feeling.
use a lot of pop rocks to get the feel all the way up there. That's-
Oh, you-
All right. So if y'all could
taste
describe, the intestinal feel of our podcast,
we are not going down this road.
I'm done. All right, this is where we
the
segue.
brown road.
Oh god. Speaking of
Yeah,
roads that we probably would rather not go down, you guys have found yourself in a bit of a sticky wicket since last time. You guys having kind of exhausted some of the investigation avenues that you guys had, and I'm going to be frank. I'm surprised that Esser Semihina is alive. I didn't see it coming, but you guys, after going to the house, trying to figure out what you're gonna do, are we gonna go to this meeting, to these people that probably hurt Marcus? Like, are we gonna go, I believe Jean who said, like, are we gonna go get cleaned up? Like, that, it feels like what's happening. It feels like they're cleaning up, and we're gonna get cleaned up. You guys eventually had to abscond from the house after it was set alight. You saw one of these weird bellhopped mannequins fleeing the scene, retreated back to your original burn site at the abandoned construction site, and decided, we're going to get some answers. We're going back to where it all started. Going to the Dorchester. You guys made it to Dorchester, you got offloaded there, and decided, let's go upstairs, see what they do with that room. Maybe they've turned it into a weird shrine. Maybe they are putting pop rocks where they don't belong up there. We're gonna find out. As you guys made it upstairs, first of all, it became very clear that you guys had walked up too many stairs. And shortly after, you were stopped in the stairwell by a massive orderly, several other, not as massive, but still large orderlies, and a seemingly some type of physician who identified himself as Dr. Friend. Your good old pal, Dr. You guys remember Dr. Friend? He's, and now...
Dr. Max?
Yes.
Max
Dr.
Friend, right?
Maximo Friend. Yes, of course. He's the kind of guy that you can definitely, give your first name to. What is that?
Something Dace's room.
My roommate's vacuuming.
Oh, okay. It'll stop.
Professional quality podcasting. Let me mute myself.
You guys, you encountered Dr. Maximo Friend. He told you, he's like, oh, well, what are you doing in the stairwell unsupervised? Oh, no, you're all having one of your fits. Oh, don't worry, we'll get you fixed right up. And of course, Hank, Benji, and Benedict, you guys know Dr. Friend. He's been your doctor here for a long time. Of course you know him. He's been seeing after you for, well, at this point, what has it been? Years? I mean, he is a nice guy. And even the massive orderly, Ed. You guys remember Ed? Of course you do. He's the...
Is that Ed Weiss?
Oh, not Ed Wist. This is a different Ed. His
Different Ed.
last name. He's the chief nurse here. Actually, you remember Ed?
Oh.
He's the head nurse.
Stop with these mind games. I'm genuinely confused.
You guys remember Ed? He's always, a little heavy-handed, but he really cares, And so you guys are carried back to your rooms. You're taken back to your rooms. Put into a really put back onto your beds, with the restraints, but they told you, it's for your own good. Gave you a little cocktail and sent you off into dreamland for a little while. And here we are, you guys wake up in the hospital just like you have all those other days. Let's start with how about Benedict? We'll start with Benedict. Benedict, you kind of come to at a gentle nudge on your shoulder. You wake up in your room just like you have for the last many years. You're still restrained with, leather straps down to the bed, one across your middle, one on each wrist, one on each ankle. And it's one of the orderlies, a pretty stout young man who's like, Mr. Farthington? Mr. Farthington?
No.
Mr. There
What?
you go. There you go. He
Who the fuck are you?
calm down, Mr. Farthington. I have some water here, and then we can talk about getting these restraints off you.
He smashes the water.
Oh, you're on have restraints. You're in restraints. You missed that part.
He, struggles to knock the water out of
You're
his
doing
hand.
You try to headbutt the water cup. Or maybe he goes to bring the water cup to you, and you just headbutt it out of his hands. And he's like, oh, all right, Mr. Farthington, I'll let you cool down a little bit, and I'll be back. We can talk about getting you out of these restraints.
Don't go anywhere. Where are they?
Dr. Friend said to release you once you'd calm down, so I'll be back.
Okay. I'll breathe in. I'm calm.
Would you drink
calm.
some water?
I'm not very thirsty right now. Can I rather ask for some tea?
Well, we can get you some tea once we get you out of the restraints, Mr. Farthington. I do need you to take this pill.
Okay. Okay.
And and it's weird. Benedict is laying here. You look around the room. You see that there's a big stack of notebooks. And all along, not in a crazy insane way, but there are, pages with lots of writing on them all over the walls. And maybe one of them is kind of close and it looks like it's your handwriting. On, kind of all over the walls. Not wallpapering the place, but just here and there. And he tilts your head up, he lifts your head and gives you a drink of water.
Just hold on. I really don't think I need the pill today.
He takes a big sigh. He's like, Mr. Farthington, you know.
Can I at least go to the bathroom first? Please.
He takes the cup. He puts it on the little tiny bedside table there by you. He says, "I'll be back." And he goes to leave.
Can I persuade you?
He's gone. And
Joe, John, you're not doing a good job of acting like a non-crazy person. Start headbutting the
very
I'm
much
water.
really
like a
trying
crazy
hard
person.
to keep it together.
You're headbutting the water, and then you're like, I don't think I need the pill today.
And that's Thomas. He's an orderly here. Thomas. He's one of the sweet ones, and you kind of feel bad that, and Thomas has always been so good to you. What's going on? What's gotten into you, Benedict? What's gotten into you? Thomas is a good guy.
Who is speaking to me
No,
right
this
now?
is all in
I'd
your
like
mind.
to know.
You're-
Who is this
you're
Amor?
thinking.
Is this just the
Joe's
narrator?
punishing us for what we did last time.
And you look back, Benedict, and you remember all these times where Thomas did get you some tea when other orderlies wouldn't. You're like, oh, damn it, I probably could have got some tea out of that. Now let's move over to Benji's room. Benji, you also feel a slight nudge. You open your eyes, and you do not see Thomas. You see Dr. Friend, who is pulling up a chair to the side of your bed. Benjamin, are you there?
It's cold.
Oh, here. He reaches down, and there's a, your blanket is kind of pushed towards the bottom of the bed. He brings it up and brings it up over you. You're also restrained, by the way. He brings it up over there. Is that better for you?
Where am I?
Well, Benji, you know where you are. The second the words come out of your mouth, you're like, "Oh, I'm in the Dorchester hospital. I'm in the psychiatric hospital. You've been here for a long time. Long time."
I had a weird dream.
Did you, Benjamin?
Yeah,
Tell me about your dream.
Where's Benedict?
Well, Benedict is in his room. No, that's the three of you always getting into trouble. Benjamin.
You think I can see Benedict today?
Well, of course. I just wanted to have a chat with you and make sure you are in a place that you are prepared to go back out into the day room. And Benedict will be out there in time, I'm sure. And Thomas was going to check on him, and I'm sure he was not acting in the way which would make you want to leave someone in restraints for an extended period of time. I'm almost certain.
You think I can play my guitar today? I got a song I've been working on.
Of course. Did you dream about this song, perhaps?
I did.
What is the name of this song, Benjamin?
I don't know. Try to think about the lyrics and they just escape me. Something about yellow.
Yellow. Very good. And when you say that, his eyes grow large, and he pulls out. He has like a notebook in his hand, but he opens it and pulls out his pen, wets the tip, licks the tip of the pen. He's like, "Yellow, really? Is this more about the Yellow King that you have spoken of in the past?"
Maybe. I'm not really sure.
Very.
Something about an upside down city.
Yes. And he starts writing frantically. It's like, very good, Benjamin. You seem a little hazy still, and he quickly pulls out like a little pen light and shines it in your eyes. Says, "Yes, we're going to have a group later. I would love to talk to you a little about the upside down city, about the Lake of Hali. I'd love to hear about it more, Benji."
I'm sorry, the lake of who?
The Lake of Hali, Benjamin. You know, the lake.
You know about the lake?
Well, just from what you have told me, Benjamin. Of course.
What else have I told you about the lake?
I see your memory is a little bit scrambled still. Listen, why don't I take these restraints off you, let you get up, walk around a little bit, get the blood flowing, and we will talk a little later.
All right.
Oh, very good, Benjamin.
I love you.
Okay, Benjamin. Let's professional boundaries, remember?
Hey, when can I get one of them conjugal visits?
Oh, Benjamin, always such a joker. And he goes and undoes your restraints, and Benji probably sits on the side of the bed and like rubs your wrist. It doesn't feel like you've been there like days or anything. I mean, it feels like you were probably out for several hours, and you are still a little bit hazy. And he's like,
That was expertly played.
take your time, and he exits the door. Hank, you wake to a grunt. Hank, wake up. Wake up.
He opens his eyes.
You see that giant, what you thought was an orderly, but now that you think about it, no, that's Ed. That's you guys all call him Mr. Ed. Isn't that funny? He has a funny little nickname that all the patients call him, and you call him that too. It's funny, you guys all have little jokes and little nicknames for everything that goes on here. It happens when you've been somewhere for so long, that you just kind of comes naturally after a while. Yeah, you know that Mr. Ed, he's the head nurse. He's a very, very big man, but his heart's in the right place. He just likes things to be in order. He likes people to do what they're told. He likes people to take their medicine, for instance. And he's standing there, and he's just leaning over you. And he's so big. I mean, he's probably like 6.5 feet tall. He's a huge guy.
Is Joe breaking up for y'all?
The connection.
Oh,
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, the
Am
connection's
I?
a little spotty.
okay.
Just hold
Okay.
up, Joe.
Well, pause momentarily. Let me know when I come back. Am I-
Still spotty.
I'll let you know when
Okay,
it comes
I'm just
back.
going to talk nonsense for a moment until my internet
Okay.
comes back. Are we good?
It's still a little spotty.
Say something else.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know, like, do I sing a song? Should I sing a song until I can tell?
Actually, if you could look at your notes and just read your notes aloud, since
Oh.
we can't understand it.
Yeah,
And
so
then
you can understand it.
yeah.
Okay.
when you come back
I guess
in focus, we'll let you know.
start, okay, I guess I'll start with,
All right, it's back.
All right, it's
yeah,
fixed.
I guess I'll start here.
Hey, guys,
Damn it, we almost got
Mr.
everything.
Ed
we
is
have
a
to be
huge,
honest.
unreadable
Gotta be
cipher.
honest.
Oh, I'm sorry, am I back? That's,
You're back. Yes.
I thought my vision was going to slowly blur and we were really going to wake up in the
for real.
mental hospital as you glitched out of existence.
You've always been here, Brad.
So, okay. What is this guy? Okay, I'm sure they're all in uniform.
Oh, I could actually
But-
put a picture of Mr. Ed up here for you.
Sweet.
I totally forgot.
on the board.
board.
On the board that seems to have been vandalized.
What's happened to the board, John?
I
Let's
will
take a
say,
look at that.
Joe,
It's not.
that I'm
look,
watching this stream and
it's
it's
not how we left it.
It's stuck
It's glitchy.
in place. Our image, at least.
It'll take a minute to catch up. Yeah, what? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What happened?
There's a lot of graffiti on this board, and it all says "Take off your mask." Take off your mask in
Sheesh.
bright yellow lettering.
I don't know how that could have happened. Here, let's get rid of that. That's there we go. That's like it never even happened, right?
That's a nasty trick. He just disappeared it from the board,
Okay, that's
like it was never
never
there.
even there. Okay, there's Mr. Ed. There's our good friend, Mr. Ed.
Very
Head nurse.
friendly looking person.
Holy shit!
Let me make that controllable.
He is a
by you
very
guys.
angry
There we
looking
go.
Man without a sense
And
of
of
humor.
course, let us not forget your attending physician here at the Dorchester, who has been 4 years, our good friend, Dr. Maximo Friend himself. There he is.
That goatee, he's definitely touched some patients inappropriately.
He looks like a younger man that you put the old man filter on.
But yeah, so Hank, Ed is staying there, and he just kind of hits you, or he's kind of gives you a less than gentle nudge, you would say, and
Gentle nudge.
gentle nudge, and he's like Hank, wake up.
Hank's
You're kind of shaking your head. He reaches down without really warning you, and just kind of grabs your and just kind of and puts a hand on your face and pulls your eyelid down and shines a light in your eyelid. Like, you know, he's obviously checking your pupils, but it's not gentle. He doesn't tell you what's happening. It just he's looking at you. He pops the little thing back in his pocket. He says, "You know where you are?"
I would like to speak to Dr. Dallin immediately.
Doctor who?
Richard Dallin runs this place, right?
You know, it's weird. You remember Dallin, but it seems it's foggy. It seems not like a dream. Like you remember it, but you at the same time don't remember it. Because you know that Dr. Friend runs this place. You know that. But there's a part of you that also knows Dr. Dallin runs the Dorchester. But aren't you in the Dorchester? So, don't those two memories contradict each other? That's probably nothing. It's so yeah.
All right, I guess Hank kind of as he's confusing himself, sort of just ends it, doesn't say any more about it. He's like, if possible, I would like to have a phone call today.
There is a sound from Mr. Ed that there's a significant amount of the audience who will not get that, who will have to Google it.
I'm sorry, I couldn't control it.
Ever since that furry convention, it's
Does Mr. Head have a bunch of peanut butter in his mouth when he's talking to Hank?
he's just constantly just smacking his lips. No, he makes a sound, and you think it might be a chuckle. He says, "Come on, Hank, get up," and he starts to undo your restraints.
Oh, damn. Okay. What is Hank?
So it was nobody else force-fed drugs. It was just me. Seems unfair.
Does it?
What does Hank's room look like?
Your room is it's a small patient room. It does remind you a whole hell of a lot of the room that you had seen at the Dorchester, but wait a second, that doesn't make sense. You were an investigator and for Delta Green, and you came to the Dorchester for some missing patients, but that's not right. You've been here since, well, you've been here since 1990? Yeah, you were transporting. You were a U.S. Marshal once, and you were transporting a murderer across state lines. And and there's vague memories of a trial. You were held responsible for killing him, brutally murdering him, removing his organs in the desert.
What?
Holy shit.
But
What?
and that you ended up, but you've been here ever since.
Do me.
Hank, like, I guess, sits up and he's still, like, thinking about it. He, like, rubs his wrist after getting unshackled, and it's like, so, Ed, what's on the agenda today?
Group later.
All right. That's all I got.
He kind of raises an eyebrow, and just like when you say all you've got, he's like, he gives one head nod. And he reaches in his pocket and removes like what, you know, those they call them blister packs, which are those things that pills are in, where each one is like in an individual little plastic capsule that like you pop open. He pulls out one of those and pops out a little white pill, and there's a little cup, a little plastic cup, water there on the bedside table. Holds out the pill, holds out the cup. Doesn't say anything. Just holds it out.
All right. I'm sure this is going to be extremely hard. I want to roll something to like fake taking the pill, like put it under my tongue type shit, you know. Let's see.
What would you do for that? What is the Delta Green?
Like maybe a stealth?
A what?
Stealth or
is there?
I don't know.
eating?
Roll an
Roll
eat check.
Roll it.
eating. Or otherwise disguise.
Could I do it
maybe,
stealth?
actually.
That's all I'm seeing.
Do stealth. Stealth is
Okay.
fine. That's
You know Hank can tie a cherry stem with his tongue.
you know he can.
Success. 28 under 40.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
excellent.
You cheek that pill, man. And there's a minute where you feel like he's gonna ask you to open and show, but maybe about that time there's like you hear like a bang and maybe just like a brief shout out in the hallway. His head snaps towards the door.
Ah!
It's Benedict.
Benedict.
His head snaps towards the door, and he just holds the cup out for you. You take it from him, and he exits.
Sweet. Hank spits it out, stomps on it, whatever, gets rid of the pill.
Snorts it. That's so yeah, so eventually Benedict is Thomas returns, or maybe even Ed comes and eventually releases you. Does not offer you another pill, and just releases you.
Is that Ed?
Yes. Let's say you get released.
Ed. Tell Thomas I'm sorry. I didn't I didn't
Tell
I
him
didn't do well.
yourself.
I didn't do good. Okay.
He leaves. You guys eventually all come out of your rooms, you know, maybe Benji first, and then Hank, and then, you know, a little bit later after you guys have kind of sat there. And you guys are still for a bit in a bit of a daze from whatever sedatives you were given earlier. And you find yourself sitting in a day room, you know, of a mental hospital. It's very similar to the Dorchester facility. It appears that there are two patient wings, a male wing and a female wing, with rooms, and that in the middle is like a big shared day room. And there are tables, you know, and like everything in a mental hospital, everything is built to be A, not dangerous, and B, too heavy to pick up and throw. You know, so even the chairs are like they're kind of these like soft, easy chairs, but you think they might have several bricks built into the bottom of them just to make them too heavy to pick up and fling easily. In this room, there are other people, you know, kind of milling around. They're all wearing the similar kind of patient gowns, and they're not gowns like the ones that are open in the back, but they're like, you know, like a kind of blank scrubs that all the patients wear. And you've been wearing this for years, you know that. And you know, when you look around the day room, you see some people playing checkers, you see someone playing solitaire, and there are very, very small windows, kind of along the semicircular rounded edge of the day room. You see some orderlies here and there. You know, maybe
Can we easily make our way to each other?
Yeah, once you guys come, and the thing is, here's the thing for Benedict. Once Benedict comes out of his room, he knows exactly where the day room is. It's just the same place it's always been, Benedict. It's right down the hallway. You even know where Hank and Benji's rooms are. Well, they're right here, just like they've always been. Of course. So yeah. What would you gentlemen like to do?
All right. I want to try and find the crew.
Group huddle.
We'll say Benedict, you come out last, and as you come out and you open the door, there's like double doors that separate the day room from the men's dormitory area. You open the door, and both perking their heads up at you. It's Hank and Benji. They're sitting in the corner. I'd imagine they wouldn't be right up in the middle of everything.
Maybe we have a normal meeting spot, like around the chess table or something.
Yeah, maybe they're sitting there, you know.
Connect
and it looks
4.
Like there's a Connect 4.
Connect 4.
There's a really vicious Connect 4 game going on. And I imagine that Hank is kind of distracted, and the second that Hank looks away, like Benji like sneaks in a piece.
Hank, without looking, slaps his hand.
Seems like they've been doing this for a long time. Seems like Benji and Hank have been playing Connect 4
stop
for
that.
many years.
Stop that. What the actual fuck is going on?
Been trying
This is not our real life.
You had the dream too? I had it last night, same one.
Right, Benji.
No,
you know,
no.
because Benji, you know that you've been here ever since you were found catatonic on the side of a road, a back road in Clarksdale, Mississippi. You know, you had some type of psychotic break years and years ago. You've been here ever since.
I don't know about this dream,
As I
Benji,
don't-
but I sort of feel like this is the dream.
This is not it. This is not reality. Shh! Don't say that too loudly. This is not reality, guys.
Hank, as we're like talking, can he look out the window? What does he see? Like, are the cars like modern? Is this look like the outside of the Dorchester?
The
as we know?
windows are not like big. What do you think of like modern windows? They're small. They're probably like a foot. You know, they're rectangular. They're really, really tall, but they're probably only a foot wide. They're really, really narrow, and they're built like they're like recessed. You know, like I almost looks like this building might have been something else at some point in time. Like, you know, like castles have like arrow slots.
You're right.
that
That's
are,
what I
like,
was
angled.
thinking. Yeah.
And it's got thick glass, and it looks like it's either like foggy or like as you kind of press your nose up to it or look out, you see that it's like you think it's might be raining outside. It's really difficult. You can make out lights, but it's just this is not the vantage point that you need for this.
Fellas, I feel like we got to come up with a plan. We got to get out of here, to put it bluntly.
That's the first thing you said that
Okay,
makes
but-
sense.
Do we all agree this is not it? Like, do we all? Joe, can we all have consensus? Is it possible to have consensus between ourselves? for
You
what
as
happened?
people or you as characters? I don't understand what you're saying.
As characters, like there are no boundaries we cannot tear down. No, as characters.
Well, I don't know. Like Benedict, as you're sitting, I imagine like Benedict is having a crisis. Like Benedict is like, of everyone here, Benedict is like, what the fuck is going on? Benedict, you remember being hauled
Yeah.
away from that park outside of the God, what was that newspaper? That the Daily Mail.
Daily
You remember sitting on a park bench and having a discussion with a strange man, and you remember being hauled away into a van after you violently lashed out at him. You remember men coming and putting you in a padded van and eventually making your way all the way to the Dorchester facility. I know that was...
One of these flashbacks is not like the others.
But yeah, you remember. You remember that you've been here ever since you had that let's say that psychotic break.
But as characters, do we remember our shared experiences?
You do. And part of it, but it's like, it's difficult to explain because part of it feels, when you wake up from a dream and there for a few minutes, that it's hard to discern or to remind yourself that was not true. Like,
yeah,
you that kind of, I don't know what you'd call that existential doubt is like constant.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
And it's like there is definitely an element where you are kind of fighting to hold on to it.
See, I was kind of leaning towards maybe Benji is like thinking that the reality that the doctors say is real, but that constant, like, that kind of changes things for me.
There's something to it. Like, you can, and the more you guys sit here, and maybe it's the drugs wearing off or whatever, is the more as you guys sit here and think about it and the clearer your heads get, you can remember more and more and more of the last 25 years for some of you being here, of times when you were more unstable, times when you were more stable, all the many interventions you've had with Dr. Friend and the orderlies and some of the other patients here too. You look over there and you see a familiar face. Why, it's Rudolph Valader, everybody. But you remember him not just as a patient here with you. You also remember encountering him in a place called the McAllister Building, in something called the Night Floors, and he was there with other patients. A guy named, what was it? Ed Wist. Yeah. You remember that, but that can't be because he's been here with you the entire time. Because you're not members of a conspiracy organization called Delta Green, but you are.
You're doing a very good job of making our entire past year of playing this game sound like a crazy hallucination.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we did a bunch of crazy shit. That does not seem like very based in reality.
So here you guys are. So I imagine you guys are all sitting here, just kind of having this moment, and then Benji slowly raises up a red piece and drops it in the Connect 4.
It makes me angry because I feel exactly as confused as you intend for me to feel.
Fellas, I don't know what exactly is going on, but can we come into agreeance that we need to get out of here at all cost?
Yeah, I can get behind that.
We need to find something to hold on to. This whole place feels very slippery. And I think for now we just have to hold on to what we've shared. And just don't think too hard. That's what I'm trying to do. Don't think too hard about the past. Let's just move forward. We know what we need to do. We need to find Abigail. That was how we started this.
Yeah, that's a good totem. I was going to suggest that gun runner from Las Vegas, but Abigail's pretty good too.
Axel.
Okay, you know what? Axel's number 2. We need to find Abigail, then we need to find Axel.
Yeah.
All this sounds like crazy talk. Everything we say that was like actual reality sounds like we're...
Imagine 3 men sitting around a Connect 4 game wearing patient scrubs.
Benji, and he like slams the table. It's like, Benji, we can't actually find Axel. That guy, I don't think he was savory, but I don't know what's real. I don't know. Anyway, Abigail first, and then maybe Axel. Because he just seemed like a cool guy.
I
As
was
you
thinking.
guys are sit-
Sorry.
Um,
Go ahead.
Benedict, as you say this, we cinematically fade away
Don't do it, Joe.
from these three crazed men
No, come back.
sitting here. I imagine Benedict breaks the fourth wall and reaches out for the camera and goes, "No, no, 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 no!"
Don't fade out yet. No.
And we fade back up to a small motel room, and there is a duffel bag sitting on the bed. It's opened, and it looks like someone is very hurriedly packing up everything they have. And we see quickly coming out of the bathroom, holding his toiletries, kind of bundled in his hand, just throwing them in the bag. It's none other than Agent Marcus. And he has a phone, another burner, stuck to his ear. He's like, I don't fucking understand. He's like, why? Like, he's like, you can't tell me anything more. You can't tell me anything more. That's it. I just, hello, like, no, don't you go. You don't fucking, after everything I've done for you, you don't tell me that I'm burned with that. Hello. He snaps the phone and throws it across the room. It breaks on the wall. He reaches underneath the mattress and pulls out his pistol. He takes, there's like a few mags with it. He sticks them in his pocket, and then he freezes. He freezes because he sees a shadow cross in front of the closed blinds of his motel room. You guys remember a few episodes back when I made a bunch of those rolls, and you guys were like, "What the hell is he doing?" Let's review those rolls. An 85 and a 91. These are the rolls of, let me see, one of them belongs to our good friend Axel.
I don't think he's my friend
Our
anymore.
great, awesome friend who's definitely just a friend, just a real cool guy, Axel. He rolls him and his partner Peter Malik rolled very poor stealth checks as they came up to the room.
That's the 85 and the 91.
Marcus clocks them immediately. Marcus
Oh shit! They were sent to kill him. Damn.
Marcus locks and loads, and just gets behind the wall of the bathroom before the door gets kicked in. There were only 2 volleys of shots fired. Only 2. The first one is from Marcus. He rolled a 93. He unloads 4 rounds into the area directly, like the wall around the door there. I'm sorry, no, that's not Marcus. That's this other guy. That's this Peter Malik. Malik shoots and loads a bunch of lead directly into the thin wall, which somehow doesn't pierce directly into Marcus. Marcus then rolls his own attack roll, and I believe rolls what? Let's see here.
Flashback combat music.
Flashback combat. Marcus
Flashback combat.
Marcus
That's
puts
too
4
short.
rounds into Peter Malik expertly.
Hell
doing
yeah, Marcus.
doing 4 points of damage. Malik, wearing body armor but still, goes down back behind the edge of the door frame. Then Axel burns into the door. He comes in, weapon ahead of him, charges, presses the advantage, and he rolls a 10 for damage.
Oh, hell.
No.
He puts 2 directly into Marcus's solar plexus. He hits the ground, and before Marcus even has time to really, as he hits the ground, before he even has time to attempt to put pressure to his own obliterated diaphragm, Axel puts one right between his eyes.
Damn, Joe.
What?
Are you really gonna kill one of the main
brutal.
characters off screen like that?
There's a small tear that rolls down Benedict's face as he knows something
as he
bad
appreciates
happened.
the off-scene scene. There is, it was one of those things, like, I wanted, this was going to happen, this was happening off screen, but I didn't want it to just be that I said something happened. I wanted to roll for it. I wanted the story to be told, and this is the story.
I like it.
We fade.
Does that
It's a sad
mean
story.
that Axel has an affiliation to Delta Green, or did Delta Green agents just hire somebody that they knew? Is he like a friendly?
In last episode, someone had said, "We have a guy in Vegas."
He could just be a hitman and not be like.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or it's because of our interactions with him.
Damn, Marcus.
I don't know.
Shit.
Were we burned before then?
R.I.P.
Rip Marcus. We fade back. Of course, the characters have no way of knowing this as we fade back to them.
Benedict knows. Deep
Yeah.
down.
It's kind of crazy the character arc that Marcus had. Like, we unanimously hated him at the beginning.
Yes.
Still don't know why.
Well, I
He
hope,
really turned it around.
I
on
hope
us.
we showed him a good time in Vegas before he got offed.
Oh, we did.
We did.
you
We're just
guys
like
are-
reassuring ourselves. We showed him a good time.
yeah, we're the good guys. We're the good guys.
We can ruminate on this in the sanity check. This feels misplaced for the
God.
characters.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You guys are, as you guys are sitting in here, you see you hear the doors again to the men's dormitory open. You see a man, walk through. He is wearing he's wearing a patient gown like everybody else, but he's also wearing this, what would that be, like, what is like a royal purple color? You know what I'm talking about? Like that deep purple color? Is it
Mauve.
that mauve? Okay, it's mauve now.
Maybe.
It's I think we say mauve. Anyway,
I think we do.
You know what? It might just be plain.
it's a plaid. He's wearing a plaid mauve, bathrobe.
Wow.
Hey, look, it's kind of plush. It looks nice, you know. And he walks out. It's an older guy. He's with his hair kind of coiffed back, you know, kind of old school. And he has both his hands, and he looks really nervous. And he's kind of mumbling to himself. He kind of paces a few times, and then just kind of sits down, and seems to be doing this thing where he's taking a cup of water, or like a cup of juice or something, and like putting it down, then picking it back up, and like, should I drink it? No, and putting it back down.
Do we
That's a
recognize
fine
him?
question, John. Do you recognize him? He does remind you of someone, and maybe there is an element again of this trying to kind of combat this. What is real? What's not? Which one of these memories is a dream, and what isn't? I will say that you have definitely seen him before. Let me see if I can grab him. And I would say that the realization kind of dawns on you quickly.
Oh,
And that
no.
Benedict reaches over and like just places a hand on Benji, who then turns, and Hank in turn also.
He's the
As
drowning
you guys
baby guy.
look upon the face of Asa Darabandi.
Wow.
It's terrible.
He's nervously kind of attending to this cup, like he can't decide whether or not he should drink it or not. He seems distressed.
Do
Should
you
we talk
guys
to him?
see who I see?
We know who that is. Yeah.
Have we talked to him before? Has he been here for the past 25 years?
Of course he has. Of course he
Oh,
has.
God.
Exactly right.
Opening
you
up
guys
this
know
Pandora's
Asa.
box.
He's always been here. I mean, Asa's a little
Shenanigans.
funny sometimes, but you know, he's not a bad guy.
So, by my memory, last we saw him, he turned around after drowning a small little
In a
something
mirror.
or something.
You do
And
have
I
this
smashed
vague
his mirror.
recollection of him drowning children in a mirror.
On second thought, maybe we should save that till after breakfast.
Yeah.
Talking to old Asa.
Yeah, let's get something to eat. All right.
No, I think I have something to say to that
invite
man.
him over here. Let's not
And
go to
I think
him.
Benedict's
Ask
gonna
him
walk
to
over.
play Connect 4.
Are you?
I don't. Okay, Benedict will try, but I don't think he can. He'll walk over and grab him by the shoulder and turn him and say, "You."
You kind of approach him from behind, and you put and his head swings up. He's sitting and you're standing, and he's kind of exasperated. He's like, oh, Benedict, it's, oh, thank God, I need, Benedict, I had the most terrible dream.
Yeah, was it?
He's kind of clutching at you. He's like, yes, Benedict, I think I might have hurt someone.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I think so too.
He's kind of reaching up at you, and you see his hands are like, when you've been in the shower a long time, and your hands are like pruned and kind of bloated. And you see his hands are like waterlogged. Around his cuticles look like they're sore and peeling. And he's like, Benedict, I had a terrible dream. I drowned a girl, and then a boy, and then a girl, and then a boy. Benedict, that's not me. You know that's not me. And you know Asa to be a gentle soul.
I don't know you. But would you like to come and play some Connect 4?
No, I don't think I could. I don't think I could do that right now. And he kind of stands back up and kind of straightens his bathrobe. He's like, I need to go lay down. I just need to lie down, and it'll all.
Hold up.
What?
Hold up. You'll be fine. It's okay. And you'll try and pacify him and try and calm him down.
Okay, make me a roll.
How about a human?
Sure. Sounds like one of your better skills. I would normally oppose that kind of thing.
It isn't. It is not. 18 under 7.
What do you mean not one of your better skills?
It's pretty good.
I don't know. Is
Yes.
70 high?
Pretty good.
Am I
That's
doing
pretty
this
good.
right?
It's pretty good.
Charisma-based character
It's
once
the highest
again.
thing I have.
Just never ask someone for tea again. That's
Ever.
Our-
You did the same thing with Ed,
was just
and that's
rolling
why
the wrong thing.
that's why he left you in the restraints.
Yeah, that's a bad move.
This is like the worst.
You know.
Alright, so I calm him
keep
down.
in mind, Humint is
And I
very much
ask him.
like trying to get a read on someone, and you know that this guy is being genuine, that he is disturbed, he is very unhappy with this idea, and he seems to be trying to grapple with it. Was it a dream? Was it not? You have this recollection, this terrible recollection, not just of the mirror, of the things you had read about. Remember, Hank had actually found history of these missing children's cases, and had shared them with you guys at some point. You guys had also seen the drawings of, God, I can't remember who it was, one of the guys in the McAllister building who would look into the mirror and draw the things that he saw. You guys have seen many of these drawings of him drowning these people, but you also have this memory of this book, of something you guys feel like you discovered it recently, but also not recently, of the World Without Doors by Emmeline Fitzroy, where Abby would drown herself to go to this other world.
So, is Darabandi going to come over to us, or should we go over to him?
We'll say
Yeah.
we'll say
I'll
that
try and
that
calm
you
him
were able
down.
to kind of calm him down. He
Get him
still
over
is
to
a
us.
bit of he's still jittery. he's still a little bit of a mess. But yeah, you're able to get him over to you. He comes and sits with you, and he's like, Hank, how you doing? Looks like you're winning. Benji, you're surprised to look down and see that Hank is winning, hand over fist.
Damn it.
I don't know many things, but I know how to count to 4. Asa, it is Asa, right?
Yeah, Hank. Yeah.
We're all a bit rattled today, it seems. refresh my memory. I mean, what are we doing today? I mean, is there anything? How long are we sitting in this room?
Oh, I mean, until group. I think it's at 12. I think.
Like a group therapy session type thing?
Yeah. Doctor. Are you? Wow, Hank, it must have done a number with you. I saw him haul you to your room. Yeah, like always. And as he says that, yeah, he's right. Like always, group therapy, and some individual therapy with Dr. Friend.
You seem a little bit rattled today, Asa. Did you have the dream again?
Yeah, I did, Benji. I don't.
You want to talk about it?
No. And he's like holding himself, and you two see his hands, like cracked, bloated.
So can I do a hum int? I want to see how much we can, I guess, trust or say something to him where he won't just like tell on us to Dr. Friend or like Ed or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if we say something weird, is he gonna go like this crew's plotting something? Can I do a hum int on that?
You can give me a human or like a persuade kind of thing if you want to try to persuade him.
Not necessarily want to persuade him. I just kind of want to know how much we can say to
Trust
him with, or yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me what you get.
Success 56 under 61.
Okay, yeah. You think that Asa in his state is probably a bit too self-absorbed to bother with what you're doing. And Asa, there are some people on the unit who are kind of narcs, and Asa's not one of them. Hey, he's an old guy, he's a little bit deranged, That's you don't think he'd tell your biz around town?
So, Asa, if I said the word Carcosa, what would that make you think of?
I don't know. Well, Dr. Friend's always, not always, but he mentions it sometimes. Ask about it. Sometimes I had this dream. I feel like I know about it. I don't know if I've been there. Maybe I'm going.
Dr.
Maybe we're just.
Friend seems awfully interested in all this talk about lakes and two worlds
yeah, he's. I think he's just trying to help us. He's just. It's psychotherapy. It's a new science, right? I think he's at the cutting edge.
What year is it?
Give me a moment.
Oh Lord.
Good question.
Hey, what was the name of the
Until we roll for sanity.
the mansion that we burned down in the first chapter?
The McAllister building.
McAllister building. That's right.
Also,
Wait, we burnt down to...
it was like an
Mansion?
apartment
The house.
building.
It was previously a fine home that was converted into.
And also, Phyllis, Friend seems kind of like an unusual name, maybe even a demon name.
Oh.
I don't know where you would even get that. That is.
I did not pick that up.
Oh,
Luckily-
Brad's on it, and Brad's on Demon Web
Luckily,
101 right now.
You have a walking demonic encyclopedia in your team.
We had to have had this conversation in the past 25 years. I'd be like,
No, you haven't. You never have in the last 25 years. Not even once.
Wow. I think,
Did I break?
Joe, your personal frustrations are leaking out.
maybe Benji's just like rattling off demons as he tends to do. And he's like,
And then Friend, there's this one called Friend.
I
and
mean,
maybe Hank like cuts him off.
wait till Asa answers this question, but Hank is definitely gonna ask Benji, and the crew. Don't you think this name Friend sounds a bit?
So I don't see it.
Oh, you're on Demon Web.
There's no friend.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm shortcutting this, if that's okay. I don't see a friend.
But there's something. Why is that ringing such a bell? There's something about friends.
It's not really ringing a bell for me, but that's what I was thinking. It was like some weird demon name thing.
He definitely came up.
Or
we
did he?
Oh
Or
my
did
god,
he?
Joe's done.
Have
a
we even
number
been
on me.
playing Delta
I'm
Green for
also,
the
like,
past
a little-
year?
This entire time.
What?
Is this the first episode? I'm gonna
this
run
the
get some more
start?
coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
I thought we were playing D&D this whole time.
Yeah.
What happened to Skystone?
Yeah.
Did we win?
Last thing I remember was finishing the Skystone saga, and then
And there was a meteor hanging in the sky.
right over the city. I cannot find when Delta Green or when Asa went missing.
it was 1960 something, wasn't it?
I think
Oh,
so.
it was 19. He was declared officially dead in 1960. Yes, 1950, August 30th. He tells you it's 1950.
That's what he says? Oh, okay.
That's what he says. Yeah. It's 1950, of course.
I mean, die.
We saw
we're
Max,
still old
or
men?
We heard of Max.
You're still the same age that you were. Well, you're the appropriate age. You've been in here for a long time.
Benedict like claws at his face to check
It's
anything on his face.
a mask. There's a mask on your face. Ah!
Take it off.
Yeah, that's well, and so Asa is sitting here with you, and as you guys are talking about this, I don't know. Did you guys say anything about demons in front of Asa?
Not necessarily.
You don't
But, I
think
mean-
he'll narc
I don't
on you?
think so.
It's-
But I will hint heavily at Benji and Benedict, but also I guess Ace is there. I was like, doesn't that name friend sound a little unusual? Wink, wink at Benji to see if he'd recognize that
Yeah.
with his deep knowledge of the occult.
And come to think of it,
Can I roll an occult? Joe?
I'm thinking. Can you roll an occult on that just based off the name? Roll your dice. Let's see if you crit.
Wow, he's got a crit. It was a success.
15 under 90.
So.
Again, you do have very much. Benji is a walking encyclopedia of the Ars Goetia. He literally has it memorized, every piece of it. So anything that you as characters or as people, if you look at Demon Web 101, if you find anything interesting, maybe we can work it in.
Can't see it.
I feel like...
Can't see it.
Can you do a Control F or Command F? Yeah, I think
No,
it's
there's
like
no friend.
another name. Well, it's probably spelled with a V or some bullshit.
That's
Latin
fucking
and shit.
horseshit.
Well, that would be weird because all the other ones are verbatim, of the other. So it'd be strange if they went.
I also thought
Yeah.
backwards. I'm not thinking. Can't pick anything up. Can I ask Acer about his dream?
He tells you very much the same thing, that he
Or
found himself drowning children.
well, I want to ask him. Do you know anything about the bottles, Acer?
Okay. There is not much time between the word bottle tumbling out of your mouth, the look of wide-eyed realization being plastered across Asa's face, and the time it takes him to get across the table and his hands around your neck.
Holy shit.
Oh God. Okay.
ain't no baby.
He
You can't
is-
drown him.
He is frothing.
Where is it? Where is it? My
What the
bottle.
hell's wrong with you?
You have it. You have it.
Sit down.
Between the other two of you,
Oh,
and
God.
there is a descent
I
of
broke him.
orderlies that descend on Asa and
Oh.
haul him away. And he's screaming all the way down, but they don't take him back down to. They don't take him to the back to his room. They seem to take him to another door, a strange door that you guys all remember now. You know where they're going. They're going to the room with a star on the door. They're going to the green room. And when he comes back, you know that they will have removed. You know they will have removed the Patsu from him. And on that note,
Come again?
oh,
The
you
what?
guys know the Patsu. Anyway, so thank you guys for joining us. So much for joining us for this wonderful episode. Delta Green Possible Landscapes. How you guys feeling? How's it feel?
What a kicker. What a kicker.
It is.
I loved that session.
Yeah, that was
Well,
crazy.
Well,
Absolutely.
I have exciting news for you, Days. We're about to do another one. But
Nothing like a light gaslighting.
That was pretty heavy. That was not
Saturday
light gaslighting. That was not light.
like a casual gaslighting. So, thank you everyone for listening, for watching, wherever you are, however you're doing it. Thank you for joining us. Please come join us over at our Reddit kind of HQ. We've had recently some people share some extremely kind words about,
Yes. Thank you, people.
and man, we really appreciate it. We love the idea of creating a situation where you're just kind of here at the table with us, going through our little adventure, and we're happy to have you. Get on the Jambulance and get on in here. Go over to r/greenboxgaming.
Get on into
in my
joespider.com.
That's my other site for my other things.
Okay.
If you really like what you're hearing, you want to support us, you want to get the episodes a week early, you want to listen to the sanity check, head on over to patreon.com/greenboxgaming _ only costs $3. You buy us a cup of coffee, which I need at 6 o'clock in the morning to run this. Guys, thank you.
Back at you, buddy.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
For those watching live, bear with us. We will be back. We're going to take a little break and then head back into it. And for those who are listening later, thank you so much. And remember, everyone, stay safe and stay sane. Bye.